As you were. The words from the Federal Reserve on Wednesday afternoon appear to have been enough to put all the trends that we had grown accustomed to for the rest of the year back into place. We've seen two successive 2% gains for the S&P 500 now. It's now virtually back up to the all-time high it set before the latest growth scare set in earlier this month. 10-year Treasury bond yields are back up to 2.2%. The US is back to outperforming the rest of the developed world, and the developed world in terms of stock markets is back to outperforming the emerging world. Over in Russia, the other great source of concern at the moment, the ruble has stabilized, although at a level that certainly suggests that it is not out of a crisis just yet. Now, was all this justified on the back of Janet Yellen's words on Wednesday? I'm not sure it was. The Fed said that it was going to be patient about raising rates, which was obviously taken as a sign by the equity markets that they could rely on cheaper money for longer. But I thought, certainly in a press conference, he was trying to turn the dial back in a more hawkish direction. The comment that rates could rise as early as April certainly sounded that way to me. Also note that the dollar, which tends to be a very good monitor of these things, the dollar has also risen very strongly, which is an indication that they found the Fed and the foreign exchange market to be more hawkish than they had been expecting. The dollar is also almost back to its high point for the year. So we are left with, however, with an old cliche, which is no less true for being a cliche. Don't fight the Fed. The Fed, for the time being, it did a great job of keeping the markets together, nursing the markets towards the beginning of the end of QE last year. And so it looks as though this year it has managed for another year to nurse the markets through the end of QE and prepare them for the beginning of raising rates. We will see how long they can carry on performing this trick.